My office mate blocked everyone from using his printer, so I duplicated his shipping labels. About 15 years ago, I worked in an office with this guy who was absolutely insufferable. He'd somehow convinced management to install a brand new laser printer in his personal office because he claimed he needed it for important work. The thing is, we only had one other laser printer in the entire building, and it was located clear across the office. If anyone dared to send a print job to what he considered his printer, he would completely lose it. He'd storm around the office chewing people out, acting like we'd committed some terrible crime by using office equipment for office work. This guy was universally hated by everyone, but he didn't seem to care. For months, we all wondered what made his printing needs so special that he required his own personal equipment. The mystery got solved when I had to deliver supplies to his office one afternoon. I was dropping off a fresh ream of printer paper when I noticed something interesting sitting in his printer tray. It was an eBay shipping label. Suddenly everything made perfect sense. This guy was running his own little side business out of the office, using company resources to print mailing labels for his personal sales. He was in a meeting at the time, so I had a few minutes to investigate. I quickly grabbed the shipping label, ran it over to the nearest copier, and made a duplicate before putting his original label back exactly where I found it. Then I waited for the perfect opportunity to put my plan into action. Later that day, I grabbed an empty box from our supply room, threw in some random office pens, and used my copied label to ship it to the same address as his package. I made sure to get to the post office before him, so my package would be processed first. Here's the beautiful part of this whole scheme. When he went to ship his actual eBay item using the original label, the postal system would flag it as a duplicate. His package would get returned to the office, he'd have to pay for a completely new shipping label, and his buyer would receive their item late. In the eBay world, late deliveries are serious business. His seller rating would take a hit, and he'd probably have to deal with angry customers demanding refunds or leaving negative feedback, all because he was too greedy to share a printer that belonged to the company. The best part was that he couldn't complain to anyone at work about it. How do you explain to your boss that your personal eBay packages keep getting messed up when you're not supposed to be running a business on company time and equipment? I watched him get increasingly frustrated over the following weeks as he tried to figure out what was going wrong with his shipping process. He'd mutter to himself about postal service incompetence and bad luck, never suspecting that someone in the office was systematically sabotaging his operation. Over the next 6 months, I repeated this exact process 3 more times. Each time, I'd wait for him to leave a shipping label in the printer, make a quick copy, and send my own decoy package to mess up his delivery schedule. The guy was probably losing hundreds of dollars between replacement shipping costs, eBay fees, and unhappy customers. Meanwhile, everyone else in the office was still getting yelled at for trying to use what was supposedly a shared resource. I never told anyone what I was doing because I didn't want it getting back to him. But watching this selfish, obnoxious person get a taste of consequences for his behavior was incredibly satisfying. Eventually, he must have figured out that running his eBay business from the office was more trouble than it was worth because the mysterious printer problem stopped. Either that, or he finally started printing his labels at home like he should have been doing all along. Sometimes the best revenge is just making someone's bad behavior expensive and inconvenient. He wanted to hog company resources for personal profit, so I made sure that profit margin disappeared one duplicated shipping label at a time.